What's up, Paul? Mac Friday, Devil's Digest.
How's it going?
How's the transition been to Tempe thus far?
It's been fantastic. All my teammates, coaches, and everyone has been, very helpful getting me to move in and get adjusted with the offense and everything. So it's been great. They've all been very helpful.
Hi, Paul Holder, Devil's Digest. What do you like about the scheme that Glenn Thomas is trying to employ here in Tempe? How do you compare to what you had in Alabama?
For sure. I mean, with Coach O'Brien, he's a similar pro-style offensive coordinator along with Coach Thomas, and so it has a lot of similarities. And ball's ball. Once you get out there, it's just you go through your reads, you identify the defense, stuff like that. So it's once you get involved and once you get out there playing on the field, it's all second nature.
Michelle Gardner, Arizona Republic. Paul, what's it like to have 5 quarterbacks fighting for that starting quarterback spot? That's a lot of guys.
Right. It's fantastic, honestly. It keeps the competition going. Everyone's, pushing each other because we all, in the end of the day, want the best player to play, and we want to go win a Pac-12 championship. So we're all pushing each other, and it's honestly a great experience to be out there with all 5 guys, with such great spirit. So it's been really good.
Paul Michael Carricino, believe in Pac-12 football. And to piggyback off that, how is it adjusting to getting used to new receivers within, obviously, learning the offense, but then getting used to your receivers as well?
For sure. That definitely is a step, and that it honestly started as soon as I moved in and getting the players' numbers immediately right when I walked in and trying to reach out with them. We stayed on spring break, several of us, to work on that connection. And so it really starts almost before spring ball and when we start with that connection. But when the pads get on, it continues to grow. So we every day we're trying to improve that.
Remy Massey, State Press. My question for you is, what was your main reasoning for coming to Arizona State and just making that big leap?
Right. I think it was just a great opportunity for me. I thought the University of Alabama, I wouldn't change a thing staying for 3 years, and I really felt like I had a great experience, and they really have taught me to where I am today. And I felt like it was just a great opportunity for me, and with Coach Herman, what he's doing here, and all the players and how we're bought into his process, I think it was just a great fit.
And my follow-up question for you is, what does the game of football mean to you personally?
Sure, that's a broad question, but the game of football means really the world to me. I mean, it started back from right when I was a kid. My dad's throwing a little football in my crib right when I'm born. So I mean, all my entire life I've been I'm surrounded by football, watching it on TV, and always wanted to be a football player growing up. And so as time grew on, being able to play in college football has really been something fantastic.
Jordan Spurgeon, Sports 360 AZ. How you liking Tempe so far?
Tempe's fantastic. I mean, it's great weather. They say it gets to 120 here. I don't know how much I believe that until I see it, but we'll see. But I'm really excited. I love it here. Food's phenomenal. I didn't expect the food to be as good as it is, but it's great. Just the whole area is awesome. Great people. Just love Tempe. It's really great.
Got a favorite place yet?
Favorite place? I love the Chuck Box. It's phenomenal. It's a hole in the wall. It's got cash only, so it's very under the radar. Not everyone knows about it, but it's really good. And then there's several good spots in Scottsdale as well, just right down the road. That is great.
Donnie Drew and AllSunDevils.com. How do you feel like your experience at Alabama has helped prepare you for this quarterback competition?
Extreme amounts. I think, especially with the offensive coordinators that I was under coming in with Loxley and then with Coach Sarkisian, along with Bill O'Brien. I mean, they were extremely helpful and helping me grow with really knowledge of the defenses, knowledge of just the game itself, and things that I didn't even know before coming into college with mic points and changing protections and things like that. So I think it definitely helped a ton, and really just the standard that Alabama has to help me come here and just know what it takes, and that's really what I took from there.
Even though it's a offensive coordinator in place, I think one thing that hasn't changed is really making a concerted effort to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. Can you just talk about what you've seen from the tight ends just in that specific area as being aerial targets, especially a guy like Messiah Swinson, who's that so-called nightmare matchup for linebackers down the field?
Right, yes, sir. They've been phenomenal. I mean, especially adjusting to it. If they weren't used to it, they're going to be used to it now because of spring ball. We're continually throwing to them, and Messiah's been doing great, like you said, along with the other tight ends as well. They're real big targets, and it's very nice to be able to have a tight end that can do so much.
Doug Haller, The Athletic. Hi, Paul. Leadership is such a huge part of your position. When you come from a different school to a new school, what's the process just to try to establish yourself as a leader?
Right, no doubt. I think that's a huge deal at quarterback, especially. I think leadership is something that we can't take lightly, and I believe a lot of it is earned on the field. Actually, I think that's when you get your respect and you build the relationships with your players where they trust you, and when you can reach that point, that's when you can really make a difference and be the leader that you want to be. And obviously, I think that can be a slow process, but that's when you want to start it early in spring and be able to, be the talkative guy. I might not be the biggest rah-rah, screaming, hollering guy, but I will definitely, be a leader through the mouth and then talking. So I definitely think that's a huge deal.